Hello everyone and welcome to round 7 of the URL-GT1 championship. We are at the A1 ring, or better known now as the Red Bull ring in Austria, and these are the qualifying results. Robert Horvat put his Mercedes-Benz CLK LM just in front of Mikko Korkiakoski's Lamborghini Murcielago, less than 1/10 of a second between them. Mikko Korkiakoski's teammate Sten Mikkel Olsen was in third position. In the AM Cup, it was Rob Timpen taking pole, 1/10 in front of Andrei Golubnishi. The other AM drivers did not get a qualifying lap in due to penalties. So let's have a look at the highlights of the race. So here is the grid. Robert Horvat is on the right and the two orange Lamborghinis get away cleanly. I think Mikko has a better start than Robert. Yes, he does. He is on the inside line and will get first position, I think. Oh, and a bit of chaos there at turn 1. Someone overshot his braking marker badly. Drivers jumping up and down. We'll see afterwards how things pan out in the remainder of lap 1. This is an interesting pack here with Greg Metcalf, Peter Abelovsky, Ethan Bass, Alex Lausch as well, Rob Timpen. So everyone seems to be away from turn 1 cleanly, with a bit of damage probably, but no big harm done. So that's a good thing. Mikko Korkiakoski and Robert Horvat checked out a little bit, and behind them is Florian Guts. Sten Mikkel Olsen is leading a big pack of cars, ranging all the way down to Miguel Santiago Carao here, and the rest is certainly not too far back. Here's Roberto Mello and also Filipe Henrique. These are two new Brazilian drivers in our league. This is their first race. So at the end of lap 1, it's Mikko Korkiakoski, followed by Robert Horvat, Florian Guts, Sten Mikkel Olsen, then Peter Abelovsky, Ethan Bass, and everyone is very close. It's Scott there getting past Sandro Donadel, who gets onto the gravel. So very close racing here in the opening lap. On lap 2, Michal Klisch was recovering from his off in turn 1, getting past Rob Timpen. That's Alex Scott here on the inside of Rob Timpen, getting get past as well. They're followed by Felix Boucher and then Miguel Santiago Carao in the last Ferrari. Felix Boucher goes through on Rob Timpen, Miguel as well. So Rob cleverly letting these guys pass in the opening stages, not to lose too much time. And Peter Backus made a move here on Alex Lausch, and he will prove to be difficult to pass here today, so Peter Backus can be happy that he got past here. And Greg Metcalf battling with Ethan Bass here in the second very slow corner. Here's looking back from Filipe Henrique, one of our two new drivers. He gets passed by Muxi Istvan and also Angelo Guidici, but he is still running. And here is Andrei Golubnishi looking ahead to his two rivals in the AM Cup. Sandro Donadel just being passed there by Miguel Santiago Carao, and here's Rob Timpen. He will slightly lift up the throttle and let Miguel go, so he can continue his battle with Andre and Sandro for the podium spots in the AM Cup. Then Florin Manolace making a return to URL-GT1, making a pass on Muxi Istvan into turn 1, but Muxi stayed very close in the draft here, coming up onto the biggest braking zone of this track, but doesn't get through. Then Michal Klisch here on the inside of Alex Lausch gets it slowed down, the Celine, and he's on the inside, but the Corvette has some good acceleration out of the turn, and it seems Michal will have to fight another corner. He's clearly behind here, puts his nose up the inside, And they are side by side. Let's see who gets out in front. The next one is a left-hander, so Alex should have a bit of an advantage. They're still side by side, but Michal is in front. Oh, and late braking by Alex, and he punts Michal Klisch off. So that's unfortunate for Michal. He will have to wait for a safe spot to rejoin the track, and will have to have a recovery race once again. So Robert Horvat in second behind Mikko Korkiakowski. And then here Stijn-Mikael Olsen in fourth, turning in a bit too early, hitting the barrier and getting passed by Peter Abelovsky in the grey Mercedes, but he gets it going again. So rejoins in P5, if I saw that correctly. Just behind them is Greg Metcalf in seventh, following Ethan Bass. Let's see if he can get a good run through turn one. He does, and we know that the Nissan has some good straight line speed. Getting into the draft, and look at that closing speed. That goes for the inside, but he's a bit far back. We'll have to make the most out of the hairpin, and got a better line through there than Ethan. If we can go for the inside, we had to lift off the throttle a little bit. Let's see if we can make it. Again, very, very late braking, but getting it slowed down enough to take the inside, just behind Stijn-Mikael Olsen, that is. And Greg Metcalf will go through for P6. Then the battle in the AM Cup. A couple of laps in, Sandro Donadel was right on the tail of Rob Tinton still. And this is for first position in the AM Cup. Rob would bottom out here at the bottom of this part of the track, and Sando will take that first opportunity, go for the inside. Very, very difficult and brave overtaking maneuver, and that's Andrei Golubnici right there behind them. So a three-way battle for the AM lead. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Yevgeny Leonov, and he is lagging today. He gets through, but he takes some victims. Sando, for example, has to let Rob back through due to some bumps from Yevgeny, unfortunately. So back to square one for Sando to take the win in the AM Cup. Then Michal Klisch, after passing Alex Lausch, got close to, after his mistake, got close to Florian Manolace and dispatched of him in the last few turns. Then Florian Kutz in third behind Robert Horvat, and Mikko Korkiakowski had a big moment here, a slide at the last turn, and he was so clever to spin it and keep rolling back until he saw an opening in the track to get going again safely. So good skill there from Florian Kutz. Stijn-Mikael Olsen got passed by Peter Abelovsky, as we saw, but he has some good pace. He was in third in qualifying, as we saw, and let's see if he can make this move stick. He is on the inside, so if he gets the braking right and Peter doesn't keep it around the outside, he will have third position again and a podium spot. That's long overdue for the LNL Racing teammate of Mikko Korkiakowski, and Steen makes the move stick and takes his podium spot. Let's see if he can keep it until the end of the race. Muxi Istvan then was behind Andrei Golubnici, who was in third in the AM Cup at this point, and he will let Muxi Istvan through, but they will touch a little bit. Hopefully there's no incident here. Oh, and again they touch, and they both lose time and positions. So an unfortunate incident there in the last turn, and Angelo Guidici taking advantage of that. Greg Metcalf was right behind Peter Bakus, or Peter Abelovsky, I'm sorry, and there was a connection issue from Robert Horvat, who was in second, and it caused a lot of mayhem. Greg Metcalf, Peter Abelovsky, Florian Kutz there going into the gravel, and then some other people joining in here. Everyone gets going again, but Unfortunate connection issue there for Robert Horvat. And the race continued. Here's Rob Timpen followed by Sandro Donadel, and Rob will retake first position in the AM Cup in that way. And then Florian Guts started to crawl back up the field as we saw him sliding straight into the gravel right here at this point of the track. And Alex Scott just in front of him here dives into the pits as one of the first drivers. So just before the pits, it's Mikko Korkiakowski from Sten Mikkel Olsen after Robert Horvat's retirement. Then Alex Lausch, it's his best position at the moment. Then Miguel Santiago Carao, Greg Metcalf, Florian Guts. Alex Scott was in between these guys. Then Ethan Bass, Yevgeny Leonov, Angelo Giudici, followed by Michal Klisch to round up the top 10. Then Muxi Istvan, Rob Timpen in first position in the AM Cup, followed by Andrei Golubnici. And in front that's Sandro Donadel, but he is one lap down due to a mistake. Then Florian Manolace, Alex Scott, Sandro Donadel, as I said, one lap down on his rivals. And Felix Boucher. The other drivers unfortunately dropped from the server. So here's Muxi Istvan getting in for his pit stop. And he will be there together with Florian Guts and Greg Metcalf, if I see that correctly. So after the pit stops, Greg Metcalf got out in front of Florian Guts, and that was the case before the pit stops as well. And Florian would make one of the moves of the day, I think, around the outside in the hairpin, but can he make it stick? We saw a lot of drivers here on the inside for the next turn taking the position, so can Greg retake that fourth position? Seems he can't. Florian Guts keeps it together and takes P4, so oh, but there's Greg coming back. Superior acceleration from the Nissan. Can he do the over-under here? Florian goes, well, not wide, but wider than Greg, but he keeps the position. Florian's teammate Michal Klisch then had a close moment with Ethan Bass, who just went off here to the left in the gravel. And with his blind crest, Michal had to take very quick avoiding action. And Greg Metcalf versus Florian Guts wasn't over yet. It was the battle of the second stint. They stayed within more or less 1 second for a whole second stint. And here's Greg attempting to repass Florian for fourth, going for the inside, but deciding not to go for it. Then a bit of a slide from Florian. Angelo Gudici here getting lapped on the right, but Florian can keep it on the inside here for the long left-hander sweepers. Goes a bit wide again, but Greg can't find a way through here. But as I said, this battle will rage on and on and on until the end of the race. Here's another try at the very last lap of the race. Greg goes a bit wide for a good acceleration, and is again the same mistake from Florian Guts. A little slide, dealing with tire wear on the Saline, and Greg Metcalf gets through to take fourth position, and this is the last lap. We will see immediately how this battle ends. So Mikko Korkiakowski was way in front of his teammate Sten Mikkel Olsen, but he waited for him. This has been a very long time that we saw the LNL Racing boys making a 1-2 finish, but here they come in flying formation, finishing first and second once again. Our I think teams champions for 1 or 2 times at least. Then Alex Scott in third. Greg Metcalf will finish in front of Florian Guts with his last lap move. In fourth, Florian Guts in fifth. Then Michal Klisch had a good recovery run. A lot of incidents in the first stint, but kept it together in the second and finished sixth. Then Ethan Bass, Yevgeny Leonov in eighth. Muxi Istvan will finish in ninth. Then in 10th, Alex Lausch. He was in third at one point. Rob Timpen will finish first in the AM Cup, followed by Florian Manolace. Andrei Golubnici in second in the AM Cup. a retirement from Miguel Santiago Carao, and let's have a look at the final results. As we saw, Mikko Korkiakoski and Sten Mikkel Olsen making the photo finish, followed by Alex Scott, 13 seconds behind. In the AM Cup, Rob Timpen taking the win, followed by Andrei Golubnici, and this will make that championship go to the wire. And Sandro Donadel finished in third position. Due to the retirements of Robert Horvat and Peter Abelovsky, the Drivers' Championship is almost decided with 3 races to go, but we'll see what happens. Next week we are going to Misano in Italy for the first ever race there with URL-GT1. So see you there and join us at unitedracersleague.com.